Hi there, it's Frank Foley again, and this is my fifth and final short audio on Ben Okri's wonderful collection of essays, A Way of Being Free, published in 1997. We've been doing quotes from one particular essay, The Joys of Storytelling, Part 1. I'm going to be doing some free classes on the whole book, so we'll be dipping in and out of different essays. But I've just tried to give a flavour here of the thematic kind of content and just this, as I've called it, this homage to storytelling that I think this book is. And we've been doing kind of in sequence from kind of short chapter 9. We've done 10, 11, 12, 13, and this is 14. This is the last kind of mini chapter in the essay, The Joys of Storytelling, Part 1. So I'm just going to read this quote, and it's absolutely wonderful. So here's the quote. There are two essential joys in storytelling: the joy of the telling, which is to say of the artistic discovery, and the joy of the listening, which is to say of the imaginative identification. Both joys are magical and important. The first involves exploration and suffering and love. The second involves silence and openness and thought. The first is the joy of giving. The second is the joy of receiving. My prayer is to be able to write stories that, to paraphrase T.S. Eliot, can be read so deeply that they are not read at all, but you become the story while the story lasts. With the greatest writers, you continue to become more of the story long after you have finished it. Of the two joys, the first teaches us humility, while the second deepens our humanity. Isn't that just amazing? I want to talk about that with people all day. That's really all I want to do, is get groups of people and talk about these quotes, because they say something that public discourse at the moment is just not talking about. We're so one-sided either way of this kind of very fake line that's been drawn. And this is just a whole, what do they call it in maths? Like orders of magnitude different. This is on a different scale. This is deeply human. This exploration and celebration of what makes us human, storytelling. Two essential joys in storytelling: the joy of telling and the joy of listening. And it's the listening part that maybe we have kind of just neglected at the moment. You know, we've been given this amazing vehicle of social media, and we all want to megaphone ourselves, don't we? Maybe I don't know, maybe we've temporarily forgotten how to listen. The second involves silence and openness and thought. Silence and openness and thought. Reflection, maybe. It's a slower paced kind of reaction, isn't it, to maybe what we get on social media. I mean, you can see just in the way that I get excited about this and the way, you know, I'm not even really thinking about it. I haven't sketched anything out. This is literally just me riffing as it comes to me. I mean, I've read this essay before, but you can see the kind of discussions you can get into with this, these amazing words, these amazing essays, this amazing collection. Use a different word than amazing. Anyway, that is the final quote I'm going to do for the time being on this book. They've all come from the essay, The Joys of Storytelling, Part 1, and the collection, as I've said numerous times, is A Way of Being Free by Ben Okri. So thanks for listening. Do go to my website. It's frank-foley.com, and check out my free classes that will be coming up on Ben Okri, on this book, on Ben Okri's A Way of Being Free, and I really hope to see you in there, and we can, you know, take a deep dive into the core of what storytelling is and maybe what human life is all about. Thanks very much for listening. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you another time. Thanks a lot.